We're never going to get one of them was going to pop up on the channel, ranting and crying as usual, as we usually get anyway. But we know who you are. You know why? Because, Fernando, when you write, you have a habit of not putting in capitals. Everybody knows when you write a sentence, you have to have capitals in. Capitals are the first beginning of the sentence. And then you have a habit of writing capitals in the middle of sentences, which I know your handwriting. I know how you write things all too well. So the only people that would be upset by what I just said on my camera about having post office inspectors involved, going to jail, being sued, are the individuals we mentioned on camera. So you see that little screenshot right there? So anyway, Jamie, we know that's you. You know why? That's your handwriting. That's how you write. You have a habit of not putting capitals, and you got runoff on sentences, and you got capitals in the middle of sentences. I can literally show you receipts. You write this way. So, look, it's over, buddy. Do you understand me? You can go on there and cry about wasting time. I don't waste time at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I got a company. I got technology right here that you can see firing off. I got invisible screens. I got my customers have more advanced technology than you have right now. I've had multiple houses. I've traveled. I even left the state a couple times. You, on the other hand, buddy boy, you have never left the state. You're undocumented. And we know this from a fact, you're undocumented. You try to convince me that you are a citizen of the United States, and you are not, because I didn't receive anything after we filed those last two forms with immigration. Nothing at all, period. You say you're Mr. Innocent, you're running a counterfeiting ring out of your apartment. There's a whole lot of stuff going on with you, man, at the end of the day. So you're leaving the country. That's definitely going to happen. And as for Mr. Williams, well, Mr. Williams is being taken care of. So you guys are done. And here's the thing. Williams is a snitch. Williams is going to snitch his behind off. I guarantee you. He is going to talk about everything. And him and Rogers don't get along too well, because I've seen a little feud that those two had at the end of the day. I don't know what the heck that was all about, but he banned the state anyway. And another person who's going to snitch his behind off is McAfee. McAfee is definitely a snitch. So you guys are going to cut each other's throats in the process, because I watch you guys in videos throw each other under buses multiple times. You guys will stab each other in the back. So, you know, it is what it is. You're scared, and that's what it is. That's how people react when they're scared, because he never knows who's going to come to that front door now. They're tracking this landlord right now as we speak. They're going through his tax records. They're going to figure out where the landlord's at. And I talked to the process server. We got the name of the building. So it's only a matter of time before we reach out to him, family, property management, one of them, and figure out what's going on so we can talk to somebody, because there's a lawsuit going out about the building. Sooner or later, he's going to get those papers. And he's going to figure out what the freak is going on and why is he being sued. So your reaction is because you're scared. Now you said wasting time. Let me see if I waste any time in here. We build these giant screens over here. We got invisible technology over here. You know, we build all this cool stuff, build my own PCs at the end of the day, operating these little cool mechs. No, I don't think so, man. I think I'm good. I have 2 websites. I'm about to build my 3rd site. My company's already contracted with multiple businesses down here in Allentown for ad tech. I got a technology that I can read outside. I literally have more testing on my technology than the 5 years you've been in business on the simple paints that you have right now. I've engineered great technology. What else we did? We did great technology, gunmetal technology, black technology. I feed just about every screen on the market, which we're looking for a few more, but we haven't found yet. But anyway. Where's your track record at? It ain't going anywhere at all, period. So with that being said, you couldn't even keep up your screen paint business at the end of the day. It collapsed. And the reason why it collapsed, because there's a number of things wrong with that thing. Number one, you didn't have a license to sell in the state of California. Number 2, you lied on your LLC. You committed perjury on your LLC, which we reached out to them today and sent them over paperwork, which now they're interested on the whole thing about your company. They're going to dig it up. What else we have here on you at the end of the day besides the cyber stalking, harassments? Oh, and on top of that, you ripped off all your customers on everyday house paint. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Your track record is absolutely horrible. Don't compare me to me at the end of the day. I got track records where able to push a 150-inch screen through a window. You, on the other hand, can't be near a window. And I've tested your stuff. Like, I even made your own product and sent it back up to you. Tracking numbers so everybody can see it, and you sent it back. We call it the refusal. I have so much evidence on you on the blacklist, it is not even funny. There is so much evidence out there right now floating around on Google about you. It's not even funny. Fernando, sooner or later, what's going to happen is when they basically, this case, we got open case now. So tomorrow, not tomorrow, I'm on Saturday. Monday, I'm going to start with you, with FBI. Because when that investigator is poking around trying to figure out all this stuff that's going on, and we did mention your names in the case, they're going to find out there's charges on you with the FBI. Because you do all that stuff that you did at the end of the day, you're going to have to pay for it. And here's the thing, too, on top of that. The text message you sent me when you said, unfortunately, he is an American citizen. Really? You made it sound like it was like an awful thing to become an American citizen when you are trying to say that you are an American citizen. To realize that. And that was no attorney that contacted us. That was you, because I've seen this stuff before. This kind of second personality. You describe yourself as another person, which you did on one of the receipts by saying, Jamie said, Crow says you're banned and you can't buy anything anymore. Who am I talking to? So that is a person who is afraid. He posted 3 times on the site because I don't know what you're trying to do. It ain't going to help. Jamie, let me explain something to you. There is nothing you can do right now to stop what's about to happen. Nothing you can do. You can go out and try to spread this rumor. It's not going to help you. You're in an investigation. You know that. It's an open case now. There's nothing you could do. Only thing you could do is just wait for when the impact hits. That's all you can do. Now you can hire yourself a criminal defense attorney. That's going to be a problem. You're undocumented, so it's going to be some issues going to pop up because that report that we have on you, it's been sent everywhere. So just take the hit. That's what you're going to have to do. Because you're the one who made this mess to begin with. We gave you what? Cease and desist order from an attorney? What did you do? You used your brother's address to basically try to sneak around that one. What else did you do at the end of the day? Yeah. You do your family members dirty. Your sister, yeah. So basically, I don't even know why she would even basically bring your stuff along with her. Hope she knew that was counterfeit stuff. But yeah, she's going to lose her license for that mess. She's going to be charged. And then with the shipping container unit, we all know how those work at the end of the day. They give you really strict guidelines, and you can't have stuff in there that basically is against the law to have because they will charge you for this. Unfortunately, she might get hit with this, or she's definitely going to get hit with this mess because there's stolen merchandise in the shipping container. And we know it's not yours. It's not your shipping container. It's your stolen merchandise, but it's not your shipping container at all, period. Everything, I find it, you want to be me so badly. I get a storage container for work. I throw my stuff in there for work. And here you are now, you got to get a storage container. I get an LLC for my business. You got to get an LLC for my business. You do everything I do. You try to be me at the end of the day. And that's what upsets you, that every time you try to be me, it doesn't work out the way it's supposed to be. Instead, you just being you. But you don't like yourself at the end of the day? That's what it is? That you want to copy other people? Fernando, it's over. That's it. And if you keep playing these shenanigans, these games like you like to play at the end of the day, let me tell you something. Where you're going at the end of the day, you play those games down there, you won't last long. That's not YouTube over. That's a whole different territory of people over there. You play those games like you play on YouTube, you think you're going to get over and be sneaking it, man, you're going to get yourself hurt. So stop crying on my channel for, I file another charge on you today. Oh my goodness, these people just never ever learn. Never ever learn at all. Waste of time in my office. I have an office. What do you have? You don't have an office, do you? No. You have to have basically a business license in order to get an office. You don't have an office. I have an office. I have an office, I have a home. I'm about to go out and buy me another, that's what I'm going to rent me another warehouse to work in. I got a business license, DBA, business tax identification ID. You've got none of that at all, period. You could even file a basic LLC correctly without committing perjury. And you're mad at me at the end of the day? I'm not running a 3D printing, counterfeiting business out of my home. You are. And you posted on YouTube? I talked to a couple of people that are in the law. And I explained to them what we found on YouTube, and they said, "You have got to be kidding me." He posted it. And then the other thing, you talked about filing the criminal charge. That's a threat too, because you can't basically, at the end of the day, say you're going to file a charge against me, especially when the charge you're trying to file against me doesn't even exist, as we checked on YouTube twice. So what kind of attorney you have at the end of the day? No, that's just you. That's just you. That's all it is. So, sit back and just wait till one of my process servers hit that door, or basically federal marshals hit the door, or ICE hits the door. Either way, you're leaving. That's what's going to happen. And there's nothing you can do about it. And when I get done, I'm going to sue you, and I'm going to sue that landlord of yours for this nonsense to begin with. Whatever you have in that apartment, I'm going to gather all that up and take it over to the auction and have them sell it all off. What are you going to do, press charges on me? You can't do that. So that's just a person right there, desperate attempt. Like he sent me the text message, desperate attempt. You're not going to have that account traced. You know that, right? You keep playing these games, Fernando. Again, you're already leaving, and you're going to a really bad place. See, the thing about it is they justify on where they send you at, depending on the crimes you committed. And you hit all federal crimes. That's very serious crimes. They consider you to be a very dangerous person, so they're going to send you to one of the worst prisons they could possibly send you to. Now, that's where they're going to be transferring you to. And over there, you get out of line, you get a nightstick in the head. You don't have rights over there. They don't give you any rights over there. Let me see. Let's bring up his text message nonsense. Now, meanwhile, my stuff over here, my mechs and stuff are blowing up over on another page because I was over there showing up the mechs over there, and they freaking love those things. It's a group, private group anyway, for people who build stuff at the end of the day. You know, we don't steal like you do at the end of the day, thief. Go in there and steal from people, stole from Marvel. I told people in the post office about the stuff that you were stealing. They were like, "You gotta be kidding." I said, "Yeah, it was Marvel, Disney." Well, that's all owned by Disney anyway. He was stealing from freaking movie industries, all that stuff. So you want to come out there like you don't do anything wrong. Let's talk about that counterfeiting mess that went on in your apartment. Did you get permission for any of that stuff? No, you did not. All right then. What are you talking about wasting time? I don't waste any time, buddy. Everything that I do, I back up 100%. My track record in selling screen paint is far more superior than yours. I don't go to a church and say, "Hey, it'll look better once we calibrate it." None of that nonsense, and still be in the dark. We got the lights on and still be in the dark. I don't have my customer screens washing out. Compared to the fellow that was sitting on a roof watching Batman with the short W Sonic, his cinema bars weren't even coming up. His screen was completely gone. My customers can watch a sea turtle float across their backyard. So, you got a customer right there, opened up 2 curtains and the screen completely disappeared. Again, my customers are outside. You sell crappy products, man. That's what you do. And you rip off your customers at the end of the day. That's what you do. Well, Fernando, I didn't waste any time. Because the time when I was in there talking, I filed a ton of documents on you. A lot of them. And in those documents state your name, your address, where you live at, and the crimes that you have committed. There is a ton of documents on you right now. And on Monday morning, I got a couple more agencies I will be filling out on top of that, including contacting City Hall and Baldwin Park to get more information on that apartment complex. So no, I haven't been wasting any time at all. As you can see, that when I told you that I was going to have a process server knock on your door, was I lying about that? All right, then a process server knocked on your door, you hid in the kitchen, and your wife came to the door and cracked the door. That's what happened. And again, learn to spell, for goodness sake. You're supposed to be capitals in the front of sentences. What do you put down? The capital and C's in the... Yeah, that's you. That's how you write. The other one is even worse, but that's you. No one taught you how to put capitals first. You know, you start a sentence, it's supposed to start off with a capital. Gee, Louise, that's you. Let me see. So you try to say, sitting there wasting time. Yeah, whatever, Jamie. My stuff works, yours doesn't. I'm contracted, you're not. My company's still here, yours isn't. I'm about to start my 3rd company with GoDaddy. And I got demonstrations of me outside with a screen that can operate. You can't even achieve that level on any level whatsoever. You can't even get past an open door. So, no. Sorry, I don't waste time. I got 14,000 videos in my account. I got over over 800 screen paints completed. What do you got? I can back my technology anywhere in any courtroom. Can you do that? You can't even back yourself to a simple United States postal shipping box that I sent to your front door. You couldn't even back up your basic house payment. And you had to send it back to us. You returned $1,900 back to us and tried on every single receipt after telling me at the end of the day I could buy whatever I wanted. Apparently not. I've tested all your products. I've made all your products. Same thing, it's just basic house paint. And even in 2 videos with the Network Grade 773 versus his Cinemax and the Bare Silver Screen versus the Personal, you matched both times. Even at one point, the fiddle with the camera so much you knocked it over and kept jumping in front of the screen. And what happened to the videos? I even had the videos showing you trying to delete the video and live stream. I've watched you drop your website multiple times. I've watched you change your YouTube channel multiple times. I've watched you disappear and pop up somewhere multiple times. Yeah, every time Jamie's his stereo was his little familiar trade was that every time we had put pressure on him, he'd go on a vacation. Can't go on a vacation on this one. So that's basically about it, man. Look, just face it. It's going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. I will see you, well, sorry, I won't see you at all. The rest of them I'll see in court, I won't see you at all, period. Because keep in mind, any one of them talks or any one of them files come up at the end of the day, and they've been asking me over again, how did all this get started? How did we get to know Mr. Williams? We got to know Mr. Williams from you, Fernando, and you put all your information in there. So they know that all this nonsense started from you. And we let them know that we found that you're undocumented. Now, before you want to scream racist, oh, he's racist that. So I'm racist for what, Fernando? I'm racist because we filed criminal charges against you for committing crimes. That's what makes us racist? Because that's what you put out there. So it's racist because that. Or are you saying that you're innocent, you don't do anything wrong? We all know that's a lie right there from the door. I've seen your activity. We all know that from the door. Come on, man. You got a Facebook page on you right now that advertises you. So tell me. What makes it so that this is supposed to be racist at the end of the day? Because when I filled out the form, and everybody saw me fill the form out, I did it live, it says right there, it says crime. It doesn't say color of skin, it says crime. It's for anybody that is here, is not documented, and has committed a crime, should not be here. And by you saying that, well, you're going to file charges against me, Jay, let me explain something to you. Whether you're a citizen or not, you're still going to go to jail. What goes on your brain at the time? I mean, seriously, you need to just get a 302 on you. Study your brain 20%. Just wonder what goes on in that brain of yours. So you think at the end of the day, because if they find out you're an American citizen, you're not going to go to jail for copyright infringements and basically trademark, you know, none of that? Because if that's the case, that means everybody sitting in jail right now in the United States should be set free. Are you saying because if you're a United States citizen, you should not be charged for any of your crimes? That doesn't sound right to me or anybody else. So what are you saying? Because my friend was sitting there and was like, what's he saying by that? What does he mean? Does he know if he is a citizen, they're still going to charge him in the United States for committing the crime? They're not going to let you go, oh, you're a citizen, go ahead. Americans don't get charged for crimes. What's wrong with you? That's what I said. I don't think you have a grasp on reality. You don't. Citizen, you're going to jail. Not citizen, you're getting deported and going to jail. Either way, you're going to jail. And you're not a citizen because you just proved it to everybody when you sent me that text. And that text you said you were you're American citizen, right? That's what you said, right? So how come after I did the I did the third and the fourth report, and I did it live so everybody can see it, how come you didn't contact me back? How come you waited until now to do this? You didn't do this on the first 9 months that we filed against you. Why did you do it then? You didn't say anything about that at all, period. You just went into this rant about getting deported. And no one said you were getting deported. We said we have to check and see if you have paperwork to make sure that you're legit so we can trial you as an American citizen. So where would you get at the end of the day? Why didn't you just say from the door that I'm born here? Because anybody else would have reacted the same way. You ask anybody who's born here, and if anybody walked up and accused them, the first thing they're going to say is, no, buddy, you got the wrong person. I was born here. Anyone's going to say, why didn't you say that? So you told on yourself again when you sent the text. Let's show you the text, people. Here we go. There's the text. And the text says, do you understand that unfortunately, why would you use unfortunately? Unfortunately, Jamie Fernando is a United States citizen. Now, problem we have here, where's the periods? Because who wrote this? It couldn't have been an attorney. Attorney would have known about the periods being there. Then that would be us in capital. You have to put the periods in there. You taught this in school. So what attorney born here would get that wrong? He wouldn't be to pass the bar with something like that. So that means that you wrote this to try to make yourself sound like another person. Now, you said unfortunately. Unfortunately what? Oh, you didn't do it right. You're supposed to say unfortunately for you. That's what you're supposed to say to me. Unfortunately for me. Not for you, for me. Unfortunately for you that he isn't a citizen, good luck following those charges. That's what you should have said. How you feel right now? Okay, let's move on there. And then you said you're opening up new charges. That's a threat. Because you can't do that from the door. Fernando, you know why? Number one, United States citizen. And this particular tidbit right here, individual defamation and U.S. Citizen Act, doesn't exist. So where did you get that from? Oh, you just came up with some words, put it together, and just made it up. And again, you're still missing the abbreviations with the United States Citizens Act. You didn't copy and paste that from anywhere. If you copy and paste that, you would have had the periods there. So you didn't copy and paste that. You just came up with something off the top of your head. That's it. So this is considered to be fraud. What we have here in our hand, Jamie Fernando Gonzalez, because you claim to be a United States citizen when you're not, this is called citizen fraud. And what we have here, because you made a statement about filing charges against me, that is considered to be an open threat. So I filed again against you. Now, Monday morning, I'm going to call them up. I'm going to recap with all of them and everything we sent over to them, explain to them that the people that now are involved in this whole entire thing that's going down, and start pushing the process of getting you out there closer to getting a vehicle or somebody to your address. And if we need to rush that process, Jamie, I'll go down to the courthouse and I'll file a charge against you. But I'm going to see what happens from here. You're scared. That's what's going on. And you want to blame everybody else. It's everybody's fault at the end of the day. It's your fault, Jamie. You put yourself in this mess. So your friends are scared, you're scared, acting out. No. You know, in the middle of an open charge, they tell you at the end of the day, don't make contact with that person, keep quiet, stay to yourself, till your charges come or whatever comes up. You've been making contact. So now, since you've been making contact and you've been making threats at the end of the day, we got to take it the next step. I got to contact Baltimore again, Baldwin Police Department. Give them the we have a incident report down here on you. I got your records and all that. Your report. I had to go down to records and not city hall, but the police department get that. And I had got the records we have with the FBI. And we're going to get that to them, so they can contact them and see exactly the problem we're having with you, so they can begin the process of those charges. Now, you done crying? Because I'm tired of hearing it. I'm a busy man. I got a lot of work to do. Unlike you, at the end of the day, I do have bigger and better things to do. You don't, as I can see. And wasting time. What are you wasting your time? You want to waste your time? Really? Waste of time? You came down here with an opportunity and you screwed it up. You came down here not to basically build a business, not to give back to this country. You came back here with the purpose to steal from it. Because everything you have right now is stolen. What did you do since you've been down here? Did you get your citizenship? No. Did you get a job, a real job at the end of the day that pays taxes? No. You got an under the table job. We know that we know about that printing press place. We know about all that about that. Did you do that? No. Did you file a proper LLC that was legit? No, you committed perjury on that thing at the end of the day. What else we got? You ran that screen painting business, ripped off a ton of your customers, match house paint multiple times. That was a scam altogether by itself. You wanna go to court on that? I'll send you a document to your front door. You wanna go to court over that? What's the other thing you did? Oh, and now you got this whole thing, 3D printing business that you're ripping off companies. Wow, that's a really trustful person at the end of the day. You can really trust. So, with that being said, with the doxing of addressing, cyber stalking, and terroristic threats, and everything else you've done, yeah, you're not going to be here long. So you didn't do anything when you came down here. Nothing. Not at all. Except for come to my YouTube channel 5 years ago, whatever years ago, and cry and whine about my product at the end of the day. Because you wanted my product and I wouldn't give it to you. Because you couldn't make your own products with cheap black and white paint. A YouTube paint at that, that's what it is. It's the first paint that they came out with YouTube. When YouTube first started with the black and white paint, that's literally the nickname, they called it the YouTube paint. Everybody was making black and white paint, that's what it was made from. Now what Jamie did was back then, you didn't have a P2 projector or that high-end 4K. We didn't have that back then. He took the same old paint and introduced it to a high-end projector to make it look different. And then when your customers got it, guess what they found out? It's just black and white paint, that's all it was. Their projectors couldn't even work on that stuff. Oh, of course, yeah, because you're in dark environments trying to manipulate the environment to make it do something it doesn't. How come your stuff doesn't work over here? You want more paint? I'll send you more paint. Want a refusal? I'll send you some more. Matter of fact, I'll do you a favor. I'll send you some more paint, and I'll send you an agreement next to that. You don't sign the agreement, I'm going to take you to court. I'm going to challenge your company in court. And I'm going to challenge that LLC you got too on top of that in court. So, you got documents coming your way now. You never learn, man. At the end of the day, you never learn. You back yourself into a corner. Fernando, I know you're in a room. You back yourself into a corner every single time. You know, every time you hit me one time, I hit you 16 times, and you don't get back up when we hit you. I'm going to send some documents to your front door. When those documents come in, Fernando, they're going to be certified. You will sign those documents. You don't sign those documents, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. You already have enough as it is already. I'm going to challenge your business and that LLC while we're at it. Let's see if you can back that mess up at the end of the day. And my other one, a document I think I'm going to send to you is basically, I want you to confirm that you basically got permission from these companies to be able to print out their merchandise. You think you can sign that document saying you got that permission? I bet you send it back to us. I bet you that document never gets signed. I'll get on that right away. So we'll send him a document stating, he can state and sign that he got 100% permission from these companies to be able to go out and manufacture and sell their products without paying them a dime. Sign it. If it comes back unsigned, we already know from the door. Oh, goodness. You're watching my Christmas show. This guy on my channel crying and whining about this, and he's been crying and whining since day one. Always crying about something. Couldn't even keep the money we gave him. Literally on the eBay account. I got returns on the eBay account. He had to give us back money. Gee whiz Louise, man. Seriously? Aren't you tired of this by now? The outcome for you is not good. Your future is gone now. And you owe me money on top of that because I'm going to sue the daylights out of you now for touching that cube. So you got to pay me on that. Ugh. I'm going to sit here and do another chance. I'm sorry, your stuff don't work this way. Let's see. No. I like the Christmas. Oh, let me get this one here. I like this one. Yeah, same person wanted his channel and cried. How come he gets to make that kind of money for his product? How come this? Yeah, you're jealous, man. You're jealous of my work. You've always been jealous of my work. You can't make that money because you don't do the test. You don't do the test at all, period. Where's my black paint, by the way? Oh, yeah, remember that? I sent him a certified letter to his address for my black paint. We never got the black paint. See you in court for that too. So stop crying, stop whining on your channel. Be a man. Your first time in your life, be a man. Remember you sent that to me? First time in your life, be a man. This is what you do. If you don't like what I do at the end of the day, Fernando, you sign a contract and see me in court. That's what you do. Do I need to send you a contract? I'll send you one up. I'll send you that contract. I'll send you the contract challenge on your screen paint, and I'll send you another one up on basically you got full permission to sell that merchandise at the end of the day, which we all know you did. Oh yeah, there's another one coming too. Didn't you say you did a review against the Apex? You did, right? I'll see you in court. Process service a doozy, by the way, just so you know. So needs that apartment. Like I said, all process service in your apartment can serve anyone in your apartment over the age of 18, which means your wife can be served, your kids can be served, you can be served. And I think that's going to tick your wife off, because now she can't even leave, because now she got to worry about somebody walking up and saying, hey, you've been served in court. They can come to your job, by the way. They can go anywhere you go. If you go to an anime show, they go. You go to comic, they go. They go anywhere you go. Serve you. And you got 7 of those coming your way. Also got somebody coming by the building to rent out one of your units in there. They want to get a renter's application. So we figure out who owns that building. So they're hunting for the building. They are hunting for the owner. Owner's getting sued. Come on. We got an owner at the end of the day who had an undocumented that committed multiple crimes in the building. Oh yeah, open and shut lawsuit. I'll sue him. Messed up on so many levels, man. Got your family outed in this nonsense. Got your sister's license kind of be challenged, the license over this mess. For that stolen merchandise. Oh, by the way, we found the place where you did the sales at for that stuff over in the little what do you call it? The showroom. We found that place. We're gonna have a nice little talk with them, show them videos and pictures and stuff, showing the stuff you have was not legit. You sold stolen merchandise in their building. We're going to file a charge against you. Or most likely, your sister's going to get hit with it. So that's what's going to happen there. And we also found a storage unit too. And we showed the pictures of the storage unit, which clearly shows you walking down a storage unit and you open up several boxes that had stolen merchandise in it. So you ever heard the term, don't throw stones at people in glass houses and live on yourself? Instead of Fernando, you might throw a stone, but we throw an entire ball at you. And why do you get dark out here kind of quick and look up to see our stone coming at you? Now, I'm going to go and get your comment there, because I made a video about it. And I'm going to basically go in and go back to work, which I was doing, working on the bags, working on our new technology, with crystal clear technology coming out. And next week, we got to be at a couple of stores to show them the technology. Now, they want to see it in person, so we're going to come in and see it in person. What are you doing? Where's your Oh, I forgot. My buddy owns your domain. You never changed. He owns it. You can't touch it now. It's his trophy at the end of the day. You don't even have your company anymore. What about eBay? You got banned from eBay because you did some stuff and they weren't supposed to do. They banned him off from eBay. And speaking of eBay, we got it on the blacklist. I paid $129 for your product, and you couldn't even keep it. Give me back my money. Okay. Now, stop crying about this nonsense. At the end of the day, I will see you in court, Fernando. You understand? If you get there. So stop crying about it. If you feel in any way that whatever I said in this video is completely false, get an attorney then. Get a real attorney, please. A real attorney. Or have your landlord contact me. Your real landlord. Because you got a habit of having these fake people contact us who claim to be something that they're not at the end of the day. So get yourself a real attorney. You're going to need a criminal defense attorney. That's what you're going to have to hire. And get your landlord to contact us. You can't let your landlord know what went on in that apartment. I guarantee you $100 that your landlord, when he put you in there, he told you at the end of the day, don't get in any trouble. Because this could get him in trouble. He did you a favor. And you stabbed him in the back. But you used to stab people in the back. You stabbed customers in the back. You stabbed family in the back. Stab anybody in the back for your own personal gain. That's why they call you Mexican Trump. Any Republicans on here that got offended by that, get off my channel, please. I don't want you on here. We don't have Republicans on our channel. Go, bye-bye. Bye, get out. Go. That person sounded offended. What are you offended because you're a Republican? That's why you're offended? Yeah, get out. What are you doing here? Off my channel. It's a Democrat channel. Get up. Go. All right? There you go. I'll share the point of the orange man. Anyway, with that being said, I got a piece of the bill. I'm going to start working on this machine a little bit more. And you're going to go back to committing crimes on your YouTube channel because that's pretty much what you do. Just commit crimes. So, oh, by the way, I got to see for you defamation. Remember you put my face up there and you hate crime. I see you for that too also. Now, mind you, these files all work together. So since the investigators down here getting all that information, and we did mention your name to her and all the other people that were involved, because yeah, that's how it all started. You want to know exactly, a person doesn't just pop up and send you 189 pieces of mail out of nowhere. It had to start from somewhere. Where did it start from? It started from you, Fernando. And that's why every single agency asks me that question where it starts from, we make sure your name is added in there. And the other people involved, like McAfee, your name's added in there also too, because you were participating in that nonsense. And Rogers, you too, because we got you in Crowcast with Jamie and basically McAfee talking all this nasty nonsense about me and saying all this stuff with just defamation when I can get you on. Isn't that interesting? So sooner or later, like I said, 2 and 2 together, they're going to look it up and say, hey, wait a minute, let's go, we got to go talk to this guy. They bring you in and they talk to you, they ask for your ID, you're screwed. Send me, I'm an American citizen. Yeah, right. No, you're not. No, you're not. You just said it right here. You're an American citizen. Did you follow up on this? Did we get any more messages from you? You call me back since then. What kind of attorney is supposed to be at the end of the day? You're supposed to back that up. That's what you're supposed to do. You have one message, that's it. And then what kind of attorney doesn't know the abbreviations, man? He doesn't know the abbreviations for freaking U.S. What attorney doesn't know that? How many times he has to write that down over and over again? He doesn't know that. How come he didn't put his law firm up? Why is his law firm not there? Who is he representing? What law firm is he representing? How come that's not there? Where's the phone number? Where's the address? And first of all, what freaking lawyer sends you a text? They don't send you texts. They send you certified letters like we sent to you. Did my lawyer send you a text? No, we sent you a certified letter. So what the heck is this dumb nonsense, Fernando? Unfortunately, people, he's an American citizen. Unfortunately. You don't even know how to use the word unfortunately. It's more like, unfortunately, your roof has drywall. Unfortunately, you have asbestos. Unfortunately, you got a rat infestation. Unfortunately, transmission's about to go. We can fix the car, but unfortunately, the transmission's about to go. Unfortunately, that stuff could give you food poisoning. Unfortunately, if you buy that from there, there's a good chance you're going to get scammed. You see where the word unfortunately is used? It's not used as a positive thing. It's used as a non-positive thing. Do you understand that unfortunately, Jamie Fernandez is a United States citizen? Unfortunately? So how is that unfortunately? Boy, they was crying and laughing when they read that. Oh my goodness. You're supposed to put down, again, I'm going to help you again with this. Unfortunately, not for Jamie Fernando, unfortunately for you, he is an American citizen. Good luck on trying to file immigration papers. That's what you should have stated. Not unfortunately for you, unfortunately for me. Got it now? There you go. Just like in that whole text message you got there. Again, capital H, not lowercase, capital. And you're not supposed to have in the sentence capital C or whatever you have in there. No. The capitals start at the beginning of a sentence. Where's the periods at? Oh my goodness. I swear. Y'all remember I go on his website and has to read his specification sheet. At one point I thought I was having a stroke. It's unbelievable. Look at the white levels on my black technology. It was absolutely beautiful, doesn't it? See, Jamie. If you do make it there, by the way. I'm going to file so many court cases on you that they're going to have to drag you in. You want to go to a cyber judge? We can do a cyber judge at the end of the day. But cyber judge, if you lose that, you're going to turn yourself in. They'll give you a summons to come to court for criminal charges. What do you want to do? Let's do a cyber judge. Let's do a cyber judge. That way, we can get it in your home. Right in your home, on your computer, get you a cyber judge. And then that way, you and me and the judge can have a nice conversation about things you were saying about my company and things you were doing. How about that? You don't sign in to that, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Because that's going to be a criminal case I'm going to file against you. Let's do a cyber judge. And that way, if you don't sign in, what's going to happen is you get a bench warrant, you'll come right to your address. So, you want to open up another Pandora's box? You got one. I get you a cyber judge. We need a cyber judge. If we go up there, I think I got to go Monday morning, and I'll go have a conversation up there on how we can obtain a cyber judge for you. And explain your situation of who you are and why we're having problems with you, and you're not documented. Jamie feels at the end of the day that he should have a right to come here to America and rip off and steal whatever he wants at the end of the day, and we're supposed to deal with that nonsense at the end of the day. You wouldn't want me coming to your country and carrying on out there. I don't think anybody wants anybody coming to the country and carrying on. What gives you the right to come here? So you're saying that we're welcome at the end of the day? I know what you're explaining at the end of the day, that you should not be prosecuted. Anyone that comes against you, the racism, because I mean, my military side of the family didn't even like that statement, because they felt kind of offended by that. So are you saying that because if anyone accuses you of a crime, did you commit a crime? You did, right? So you committed crimes, right? So why should you be here? And in the fact you want to walk yourself into people who have not committed crimes and say, I'm the same as them. I mean, heck, I just committed a couple of crimes. Why should I be treated? Because they didn't do anything wrong. Those people should never be deported at all, period. They should be here, period. They didn't do nothing wrong. They should mind in their own freaking business and get picked up. They should be here. You, on the other hand, should not be here. Let's get that straight, Fernando. You should not be here in the United States because you committed crimes in here. So if any one of us as American citizens committed these crimes, what does that mean at the end of the day? Does that mean they're going to let us go because we're American citizens? Then that means half the people sitting in prison right now should be free right now. So what are you trying to say? Because it sounds to me at the end of the day like you're saying that as undocumented, you should be to come here and do whatever you want to do at the end of the day. So that means you're going to use America as a welcome mat? You're just going to wipe your feet up on us? That's what it kind of sounds like. You know, the first thing about sacrifice and basically respecting that flag at the end of the day, you have no respect for that flag. At all, whatsoever. Don't sit there and lump it. So that's why my Mexican friends can't stand it. They don't like it. They call Mexican Trump. That's the nickname they gave them. You make your own people look bad. I heard it come up there like you innocent and say something. I do believe you got something wrong with your brain at the end of the day. I used to sit there and watch that joke. We test his paint would wash out, the color wouldn't come up, customers be having problems with it. Then he had some freaking policy on his website which we had posted saying that if it lands on your property, it's stuck with you. Open it up, it's stuck with you. Like no forgiveness room for the customer whatsoever. Rip off your customer base and then come on and do a demonstration the next day talking about how amazing your paint is. I literally think there's something wrong with you. I think you had delusion of grandeur. Look it up. You have it. Literally get on camera and just lie his brains out and then sit there and go, oh no. And then you fail like multiple times on that product and it kind of like it never even happened. Like that whole nonsense with the, what was it, Metallica Mix 2.0. That garbage. It didn't even have Metallica in it. How the freak you selling the paint? It's called Metallica Mix and there's no Metallica in it. It's black and white paint. That's all it was. And you can sit there and say, oh, it wasn't? Oh, buddy, I sent that to your front door. I sat there and did the YouTube video. Everybody watched me. I sat there and made the ingredients. We used your ingredients, your video, and sent it to you, and you sent it back to me. And then get on camera and say, oh, I never did that. You're Trump. You are. You'll sit there and do something and lie on camera like it never even happened. You sit there like, oh, this joke up there in line. Look at him over here. That's you. You sent that paint back to me. That is your own product. I made it off your tutorial video. Then I made your advanced version and you still sent it back. Want a second chance? When we send you more, I send you some more. You're just going to get it back anyway. You can't back it up. So what did you sell to your customers? And the thing about what's fix that paint, that what he was supposed to do, so messed up, is when we did that test on that paint, it matched all his products except for the UV mix and the Frankenstein, which I was able to make easily using the same method that you used to make the other paint. Let me send that one up. I'll send that up too. So you sat there and you ripped off an entire customer base. Churches, hospitals, old people, young people, married couples, single. You ripped everybody off. Now Jamie would consider what I'm doing right now is considered to be being what you call a trigger. Jamie's a Karen at the end of the day. If you put Jamie on blast and you basically out him for what he is, now all of a sudden you're triggered. All of a sudden you're the bad person because he feels he's entitled. He should never be accused for committing crimes and they're ripping off his customers. And when it does that, you're a traitor to him in a day. You're nothing more than a racist, or basically you are triggered. Try that trigger nonsense where you're going at the end of the day. Go ahead, tell one of them officers over there they're triggered. Now, they're going to show you trigger all right. You definitely was triggered. You're a criminal. You understand that? You are a criminal. What comes out in the dark comes out in the light, Fernando. All that time I kept saying the screen paints are scams. And what does he do? Moving on to bigger and better things. I literally had the video of you talking about how you were going to start a 3D printing company. I have it to sound like. And what do? You don't print out stuff that you made yourself. You rip off major companies. So wouldn't that make you a thief? So if anyone accused you of that, they're wrong. So that means anyone here, American citizen, if you go out and you make your own Nikes, you make your own Timberlands, you make your own stuff, and you go to jail, then you shouldn't have to go to jail because you're an American citizen. You should have a right to rip off other people's stuff. That's what Jamie's saying at the end of the day. That's what he's preaching. They charge him. They're all racist. Jamie, immigration was called because you told on yourself. Because when I made that statement about we hope you are an American citizen so we can prosecute you here, that means I get a bit of my justice. Because that means at the end of the day, instead of them deporting you, we want you to override that deportment. We've been override that. They have a higher jurisdiction. There's no way in the world we can get that. They're just going to charge you in the crimes you have here. They're going to charge you without due process. That's the messed up part about it. Even if you do go through due process, you're guilty either way. Because your evidence is self-snitching. All of you self-snitching stuff all over YouTube. So if we get you here, we can get you for every little thing you've done. That's the reason why, and I said it 1,000 times in the video, multiple times, and you can pull it up. I said that's the reason why we have to know. And you, what did you do? You went on there and you went into this rant and said, he's trying to get me deported because I gave an honest review. Honest, really? That's the word you're going to go with? Okay, whatever. Honest review on our product. That's what you said, right? So why would you say deport you? Why would you say it to begin with? You should have said, I'm an American citizen and he can't deport me at the end of the day because I was born here. But we never said anything about deporting you. You could at least said I was an American citizen. I was born here. But you didn't even say that. You never mentioned it. And then you disappeared for 11 days because I counted the time when your channel, we came back, you weren't there. Then you shot all your videos in this room, now view shot, so people wouldn't think you were in the apartment. Speaking of that, didn't you lie on camera and tell people that you moved when actually you didn't move? The cat walking across. Taco, get your butt away from my projector. Oh, whatever. Anyway, this cat's too funny. Didn't you basically say you moved out of your apartment? And I got the email messages. You literally said to me that good luck on filing a police report. Good luck on any charges they're suing me. I don't live here anymore. All right then. You're a liar at the end of the day, Fernando. It is what it is. You're sitting here trying to be bitter all you want. It's going to happen either way. You're leaving the country. That's what you're going to do. And the reason why you're leaving the country, not because of your race, you're leaving because you're a criminal and you broke the law. And you don't have citizenship here. Now, if you had citizenship here, you'll be going to jail. Just like anybody else would have broke those crimes too, or did those crimes, they'd be going to the same place. Nobody was sitting there like, what the freak does he think he's special? So he think that because if he's an American citizen, he ain't gonna go to jail for that stuff? Yeah, you're going to jail for that stuff. You're American citizen. American citizen, jail. Non-citizen, jail. Either way, you're going to jail. all yours. It's not, because for some reason it's a very hard-headed individual. Well, my mom used to always say at the end of the day, hard-headed means soft bottom. It's you get your bottom kicked, which means when you get in that place over there, play that hard-head role over there and see what happens at the end of the day. Go get nasty with one of them soldiers. Might as well be soldiers. That's usually what they are. Those guards are soldiers. Get nasty with them over there. Get nasty with those inmates over there. They're the real deal over there. They're 100% real deal. Something jacked up. This little make-believe world you live in right now it's come to reality, Jamie. You're going to live in the land of reality pretty soon, and you can't escape it. You're going to be stuck there for a very long time. So get used to it. It's coming. All your little nonsense at the end of the day, we don't care. Your accounts are all monitored. Everything's being gathered up for court. More evidence on top of more evidence to make sure that we can make sure that it's all taken care of when you leave the country. And do me a favor, stop saying that you're equal to someone that's in this country who's not committed any crimes. Because you're not. At all, period. Because for some reason, my cat walking back across. For some reason, let me just stop right there. Don't poor Jamie, get away from that freaking camera. Because he did that nonsense blocking the freaking screen. We all saw that what was going on already. But anyway, yeah. Stop comparing yourself to people who come here and try to do something positive. You did nothing positive since you came here but commit crimes. Like even threw his landlord down a freaking black hole right there today. Gee was Louise, God gave you a chance, and now we gotta sue this guy because of the mess you caused at the end of the day. So he's gonna get a lawsuit and he might go thrown in jail for this mess. Because it's against the law what he just did. You shouldn't even have that flag. The fact that you have a Mexican flag, or you're around it, you shouldn't even be around that flag. You're a disgrace to your own flag. You really are. You're a disgrace to your own flag. So with that being said, I gotta go. I got business to conduct. I gotta go to GoDaddy's site. I'm gonna go check out some more of the sites they got to offer. Go check out that search engine optimizer checking out over there. Get this new technology. Boom! Right there in the box. I got things to do. Got this whole thing over here to work on. I got things to do at the end of the day. Alright? And you, on the other hand, need to get a criminal defense attorney. Quick. Alright, well with that being said, what'd you do? Come here, what'd you do? Come in there. Yours tastes like sugar and cinnamon. Alright, I got things to do. Alright? So, that being said, anytime you contact me, all your stuff is being traced. Your IP address, all that's going to be traced. We can gather more information on you. So right now, yeah, we're just gathering up more information, make sure we get this taken care of. And, as I said before, I'm going to send some documents to you and process server to your front door. And I'll see you in court soon. Cyber judge. Alright, gotta go.